So this is day 2, and it's about 10 o'clock in the morning. Last night I met my hostel roommate Dennis. He's from Germany and he has been here a million times. So I was actually, oh wait, no, before that I went out to get dinner at the Benton street food market, which was crazy, amazing. Like everything you'd imagine it would be, like fish swimming around in tanks and crabs in little boxes and stuff, and everything's super fresh and the foods are amazing. And I met this Australian couple, Cara and Locke, who are here on a brief holiday before they go over to Locke's brother's wedding in Perth, which is on the other side of Australia from where they live. And they were explaining that they live on one side of Australia and it's actually cheaper to fly from the west coast of Australia to Saigon and then to the east coast of Australia than it is to fly just across Australia for some reason. So a lot of Australians like just make the stopover in Saigon, and they made a holiday of it. They were lovely. Cara has a dog named Nala, and she showed me tons of pictures, and I showed her tons of pictures of my dog, and we drank beers and ate the most amazing, I don't even know what it was that I ate. It was just like a deep fried roll of pork and vegetables and spices served over noodles, and it was just delicious. They were fantastic company. I had a great time chatting with them for like a couple hours. And then I got back and my hostel roommate Dennis was saying that he was just getting ready to go out. And I thought I would be in for the night. It was like 10 o'clock. And he was like, no, come join me. So we went down this street, Bien Mai or something. I'm so bad with all the names of everything. It's like the party street. It's crazy. So the bars and restaurants just set up, and clubs just set up plastic chairs on the street. Like there's cars driving by, but they just take over like 5 or 6 feet wide of street space and sidewalk space with tons of plastic chairs and tables. And then they wait on you. They bring you beers and crazy food, and then people come by with like bags of food to sell, like little plastic bags of food to sell. We bought a bag of sparrow eggs and cracked and ate hard-boiled sparrow eggs, and you roll them in this like powder. They give you a piece of wax paper that's folded up that has this like salty flavored powder. So you crack the egg open and you roll it in the powder and you eat that. It was actually pretty good. And we drank a ton of beers, and the street performers were crazy. There was a man wearing pink silk women's pajamas doing Michael Jackson impersonations, and he was good. They just roll along these like karaoke machines, and they have blaring music, and it's just staticky and crackly because the machines are crappy. And there was this little kid, it was like 1:30 in the morning, this little kid is dancing and jumping on the backs of cars and riding them and doing tricks and like just crazy shit. It was nuts. At one point I went in to use the restroom, and you have to walk through the kitchen, and there was like this fat old dog chained to the stove, and she just didn't even move when I walked past her, and I was like, puppy, 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 and she just kind of looked at me. All the dogs here are fat. The stray dogs are not, but all the pet dogs with collars on are all like super overweight, which is weird. I mean, they all seem happy, whatever. They're all mutts too, there's no breed whatsoever. Also, there's a lot of government personnel here. I don't know if they're like a lot of police and a lot of like military personnel. They have blue and green uniforms. They're everywhere. Like every street corner, there's like 2 or 3 of them at least. They walk through the parks. They're all over the place. And I read that if you get a video or a photo of them, they will take your memory card, or they'll make you at least delete the photo. Like you're not allowed to take photos of any sort of military people. So you have to be really careful taking pictures here as a tourist, because you don't want to include them by accident. What else? All the advertisements, like all the billboards and posters and even the mannequins in the shop windows are all white. There's a lot of white envy, I guess. And people keep stopping me to tell me how pretty my hair is. Miss, your hair is so pretty, your hair is so pretty. They all want to touch it. The front desk guy at the hostel last night was like this teenager, and he was so shy, and he had braces, and he was just like, your hair, it's like, beautiful. And I was like, thank you, do you like Game of Thrones? I was Daenerys for Halloween. And he was like, oh, I love her. He was so excited. again, everyone has just been super duper friendly. I had a blast last night, and then this morning I got up and went back to the street food market, and this man just like came around the corner from one of the stalls, and he was like, "You like crispy eel soup?" And I was like, "Sure, yeah." And then I was like, "I'm gonna go grab a coffee across the street first." And he was like, "No, I get you coffee. You like milk?" And I was like, "Yeah." So he comes over to the table. He makes me sit down at the table, and he comes over to the table like 5 minutes later with a bowl of crispy eel soup and this delicious Vietnamese iced coffee for me. That was lovely, and I got to just sit in this outdoor market at a wooden table and eat my breakfast and watch the traffic go by. And let's see, later today I booked a tour to the Cu Chi tunnels. I wanted to do a speedboat tour because it's faster to get there and you get to see like the Mekong Delta on the way back. But the tour operator actually said that they had a storm in the south recently, and so the Delta is flooded, and so it's not very safe to take a boat there. And it's like 5 times as expensive as the bus tour. I think I paid like $7 for the bus tour. So that starts at 1 o'clock today, so I have to go meet the tour guide in a few hours downtown. So right now I'm gonna go back to the hostel and repack my bag so that I have what I need for the tour, including sunblock and sunglasses, which I forgot when I left the hostel this morning. And then I will check back in tonight.